know if any one of you have already been to see The Sound of Freedom, but my friends and I just walked out. Hi. And we are curious what your experiences were in the movie theater, because we pre-ordered our tickets, paid for them, they were claimed, got the link sent, and this is an AMC theater in Pineville, North Carolina. Some point today, the tickets got refunded to my friend and we couldn't figure out why. So we come anyways to the theater after dinner and they're like, oh, well, we refunded all the tickets because there's no air conditioning in our theaters. Okay, whatever, we don't care. Are you still showing it? Yeah, you can still watch it. So we get to thinking, why did they not send out a notice in the email saying, hey, we refunded your tickets because
that's weird, ain't
no
it?
air conditioning.
It's weird.
And we just are curious why didn't they let us know? There was no one in that theater. There was us four and four other people, 8 people in the theater on a Friday night. There was air conditioning in the lobby. There was air conditioning in the hallways. There was air conditioning in the bathrooms, not the theaters. They don't have the bartender or anything in the theater. I smell something stinky, and I think it's shit.
That's funny. Now that's strange. And I was looking at the comments of not that video, but it was a different video. It was on Twitter. And a lot of people were saying that they were having a similar experience. Now, they didn't really show proof, so I don't know if that's facts or not. You know, some people, they see one person say it, so they jump on and join on it too. But if there are multiple stories to that, that's very interesting. If y'all seen this movie, I haven't seen it yet. I plan on it. I've been busy. I've been working. I just got off work. You know what I'm saying? And I actually could have went after I got off, but, you know, I have videos to make. I have a job to do. But if y'all have seen this movie and y'all have experienced the same thing, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious. Alright, y'all boys. Welcome back again to another video. Tonight, really. It's like 11 p.m. Tonight, we're talking about a very serious topic, right? Tim Ballard. This guy right here. Tim Ballard is an American anti-human trafficking author, activist, and agent. So he really be in the field for real, overseas and in the country and out the country. He be really out here saving children, him and his team, and his whole Operation Underground, okay? Operation Underground Railroad. He been doing that shit for a minute. He was a Department of Homeland Security agent for, I think, more than a decade. And only recently, they released a movie based on one of the stories that when him and his team went and saved the kid. It's called The Sound of Freedom. And it just released on July 4th, and people have been going crazy for it. But you would think that a movie that's about anti-human trafficking, you would think that, you know, more people would be talking about it and praising it and promoting it because it's really drawing light on a huge issue. Human trafficking is like one of the biggest illegal business globally. I think it's like $1 trillion business, bro. It's evil shit. A lot of kids are being exploited. American kids, Hispanic kids, black kids, Haitian kids, like it's global, bro. It's global shit, bro. Asian kids, all that. There's sick people that go and pay big bread, big bucks to go and do crazy stuff to children. It's nasty work, and it's evil and depraved. So to risk your life to try to help these kids, that's some real nigga shit, bro. There's no other way to say it, real nigga shit. So that being said, you would think the mainstream media would be promoting that and pushing it. No. Instead, they've had a couple other things and a couple other feelings about it, and we're going to dive into it, okay? The audience score is 99%. The tomato score is 78%. So, you know, the reviewers are liking it, they're liking it. But there are certain individuals that have been saying some choice words about it. And another funny thing about it too is that when this movie came out, boy, that shit beat Indiana Jones. It beat Disney. It beat Disney's movie. Another crazy thing about it is that Disney actually owned the movie. Fox was making it. And then Disney bought Fox, and then this movie was shelved for 5 years. I think it was like 2018. And instead of Disney, you know, putting it out, they were able to just get the movie and sell it to pitch it to another studio, a smaller one called Angel Studios, so they can get it out there. So it's facing limited release and all that, but it's going crazy. It beat Disney. So imagine if Disney that put that movie out. Now some people are saying, "Oh, look, see, they shelved that movie on purpose. See, they didn't want to put out an anti-human trafficking movie. Look, see, these companies and these corporations, all these rich people, they're in on it." I'm not gonna go that far because there's no proof of that, right? That's that QAnon stuff where people believe that celebrities and the Democrats and they all sacrifice kids and drink kids' blood and all that stuff. That stuff does happen. There are weird things that go on. People sacrificing kids and stuff. We're doing strange rituals that at least allude to sacrificing kids. Like look up Bohemian Groove. Like that's real. Bohemian Groove. That's some real shit. Look up what's it called? The Sacrifice of Care or something. The Ceremony of Care. Some weird shit. There's a lot of weird shit that goes on. But we're not gonna dive too deep into that because that's a whole other territory. They don't want niggas talking about that shit. But we're gonna talk about that in a different video. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see how this particular CNN anchor, I forgot her name. Her name's like Amy something. This very pretty black lady, right? She has this dude who, I forgot his name, but his last name is Rothschild. So he's in the Rothschild family. And pretty much they have him on here. They brought him on CNN to pretty much paint this movie in a negative light.
And you seem pretty familiar with him because he doesn't really hide his association with this real wild plot that involves, drinking the blood of children and things like that.
No, he doesn't hide it at all. And you have a lot of people who are in this world of QAnon who say, oh, they don't know what that is. They've never heard of it. They're just asking questions. With somebody like Jim Caviezel, he is openly embracing it. He's openly using its catchphrases and its concepts. He's speaking at QAnon conventions. And this film is being marketed to either specific QAnon believers or to people who believe all of this.
Okay. I was looking at Tim Ballard. I have not seen Tim Ballard at no QAnon conventions. What is this dude talking about? He was on the Daily Wire. He's been going on people's podcasts like, what's the dude name? Lewis something. What's his name? Valuetainment has been talking about him. What was the podcast? Yeah, Lewis House, I haven't seen him on no QAnon stuff. They just be saying stuff. These people just be saying shit with no, back it up, bro. They supposed to take your word for it? That's why I don't listen to politicians either, because they say stuff and just want you to believe it. Y'all seen the video of Vivek Ramaswamy with that black lady, right? That fucking pit bull. And you saw how she was just saying shit super confident, and it sounded like she was intelligent, and so you really listen to her. If you didn't know for sure, you would just believe what she was saying. She called him an immigrant. She was saying all this, all that. He benefited from affirmative action, all this and that, and none of that's true. None of that's true. But if you don't know, if you're none the wiser, you're gonna believe it. Same thing with these people, bro. Especially CNN. They have an agenda against the movie off rip. They're trying to paint it as if it's a QAnon puff piece type shit. Even though this is based off a real story, true story. Based off a true story. And you would think that the more left-leaning media, the more liberal media would want to promote a story that's speaking about the ills in this world, right? Because, we're all humanitarians. We care about people, especially kids. You think that they would want to push this and be like, okay, look at this. It's exposing human trafficking in an authentic light. No, it's QAnon propaganda.
The same tenets.
And if y'all don't know what the QAnon shit is, pretty much it's a conspiracy theory, right? Along the lines of Pizzagate, where all the celebrities and all the Democrats, they all worship the devil and sacrifice kids and drink their blood and for the adrenaline in their blood, and so they torture them so they can drink their blood while they're all scared and frightened so they can be eternally youthful and shit like that. Weird ceremonies and shit. Now I'm not gonna go and jump on that plane and say that's 100% true, because I don't know. I have not seen no evidence that there are celebrities that do that aside from Jeffrey Epstein, and weird rich people that do weird things. And there are some stuff that are very peculiar to do to kids. As you see with human trafficking, that's a very real thing. And America is the biggest consumer when it comes to illegal, immoral, and evil content that shows degenerate acts against children. That's a safe way of saying it for YouTube. So it's not crazy to think that there might be some rich people the powers that be circle that indulge in that type of stuff. It's not crazy to think that, because it really could be anybody. If you watch some of these interviews, Tim Ballard and other people that are anti-human trafficking, they say that a lot of these people are lawyers, a lot of them are teachers, police officers. Like, they can be anywhere, bro. They can be anywhere, in any position. That being said, nothing in this movie, from what I understand, even implies that there's celebrities that's doing it, and and like Donald Trump is like Jesus, and he's gonna come and expose all of it because that's part of what QAnon believes, whatever. They kind of harped on it a lot at the peak of like when Trump was president and shit. But they're trying to bring it back. Crazy.
QAnon.
Look at that, Mike Rothschild. That's his name, an author. Phew, Rothschild.
But claim they don't know what it is.
And The Sound of Freedom does focus on a real issue of sex trafficking. But that theme, it's sort of like that kernel of truth that feeds the QAnon conspiracy theory. Tell us how those two things work together.
Bruh, that newsacre is so pretty, bruh.
Sure.
I love black women. Special place in my heart.
And the most durable and the most believable conspiracy theories are not entirely false. There's something in them that is true, and the rest of it is false. But the believers point to the one true thing, and they say, oh, you don't believe that this particular thing is true. In terms of child trafficking, we know trafficking is real. We know it has real victims. No one is denying that. But these films are created out of moral panics. They're created out of bogus statistics. They're created out of fear. And with something like Sound of Freedom...
That's the thing. See, I can agree to that to an extent, where a lot of people, they see one thing that's true, so they use that to validate everything else, even though that's not how shit worked. But you're saying, them claiming that this movie, Sound of Freedom, is based off bogus statistics and yada, 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 yada. This is a true story. Like, this is real shit. And this dude's been doing this for decades, bro. Like, the crazy thing about this is that Tim Ballard, I knew who that was. I knew who that was for years now, because I followed him on Instagram. One of his videos popped up, and because on every takedown and every operation, every mission, they record it. So he posted like clips of one of the takedowns, and I was like, damn, that shit is crazy, bro. Follow. It was on Instagram. Little did I know that he was working with people to make a movie about one of the experiences. But if you watch the interviews, if you see the way he talked about the shit, it's like real shit. And so, like, his story is so interesting, bro, because he was working on that with Homeland Security, right? The Department of Homeland Security. And the thing is, there was like a new law that allowed the agents to go overseas to go catch them boys that's doing that crazy shit, right? But if they weren't able to pin it on them, they'd have to like pull out type shit. If it got too dangerous, they'd have to pull out. And there was a case that he was working on. They would tell him, "Oh, you gotta pull out, you gotta pull out, you gotta pull out." But he was like, "Yo, like he could feel it. He's so close. If he were to pursue the case, he'd have to quit his job. How is he going to continue to provide for his family, his wife and his kids?" He had 6 kids at the time, he said. So he goes to his wife, his partner, his companion, for, insight and her advice. And she's like, why? I'm paraphrasing. She's like, why would I make you stop what you're doing when you could save some children, some innocent kids? You could save them. Because you know what these people do to these kids, bro? A lot of these kids, they go through like the most... I don't want to describe that shit, right? And I'm lucky that I haven't had to witness a lot of things that these people have witnessed, bro, when in the pursuit of saving these kids. But a lot of these kids are born in environments like that since birth. They have no choice. What do they do to deserve living like that? Nothing at all. And so his wife is like, why would I stop you when you could save some kids? Go save those kids. Boom, he goes over there, boom. And that was that instance, I think, is what the movie was based on. That instance. And he saved the little girl. And amongst some other kids on some simultaneous operations that was happening. So real shit. It's real shit, bro. But look how these people, the establishment, look how they're trying to paint it. Isn't that kind of suspicious? And if you know about the QAnon shit, and so many people suspect y'all to be in cahoots with people that do that type of stuff, don't you think it would be smart to not try to paint it a type of way? Don't you think it would be smart not to do that? Because all you're doing is fanning the fumes, and fanning the flames. You know what I'm saying? And you hear how people think, if there's smoke, there's fire. all you're doing is showing that there's some smoke. You know, you would think they would handle this a lot smarter. Crazy shit, boy. Ooh.
It specifically is looking at QAnon concepts of these child trafficking rings that are run by the high-level elites, and only people like Tim Ballard and only people like Jim Caviezel, and by extension, only people like the ticket buyer can help bring these trafficking rings down. So there's a very participatory element. You're not just going to see a movie, you're just killing 2 hours on a hot day. You are helping bring down these pedophile rings and save children. Now, it's not true, but it's a very comforting and it's a very warm feeling to have.
Hello, sir. How was your trip?
What's all this I hear about Sound of Freedom being #1 in the box office, huh?
We'll just leave you alone.
So, guess we have some issues, huh?
We need to talk about something.
Oh boy, I just love coming down here to talk about how I did not get #1 in the box office. Who the f*** is Angel Studios? Do I own them?
No, Mr. Mouse. Maybe we should have made some original content.
Did we own this f***ing movie?
That's funny that they had Elemental say that. Elemental is original.
Bob, did we own Sound of Freedom, Bob? And you let it go?
Yo.
Get the f*** up! What the f*** is paid forward? Now, do we have a problem?
No, sir. No, Mr. Mouse. No, Mr. Mouse.
Good. I thought we had a problem. Now give everyone a $5 discount to Geriatric Jones and go make me some goddamn money.
Jesus Christ. That's not what I was looking for. That was kind of funny. Wow. Somebody said, look how the media tries to paint Andrew Tate and his brother as, you know, the worst human traffickers ever in existence. But then there's a movie about human traffickers and they... Look, it's a paranoia film. It's QAnon propaganda. Isn't that kind of funny? Here's one of them. This is from the Rolling Stone. Look at this. I want y'all to pay very close attention. Thanks to a major marketing mistake, the award-winning French movie Cuties was accused of sexualizing young girls. It's actually a sensitive portrait of growing pains that deserves to be seen. Yes, they're talking about a movie that shows little girls in crazy and tiny outfits twerking. Yes. Now, here's what they said about Sound of Freedom. Review. Sound of Freedom, the QAnon-tinged thriller about child trafficking, is designed to appeal to the conscience of a conspiracy-addled boomer. Oh. Like, are you serious? Here's another one. The Guardian. Sound of Freedom, the QAnon-adjacent thriller seducing America. Same Guardian. Cuties Review. Netflix's controversial child exploitation film is bold, flawed, and misunderstood. Very different tone. Y'all see the tone, right? Very strange. Rolling Stone again. So boom, that's what they said. Growing pains deserves to be seen. And here's also what Rolling Stone said. Sound of Freedom is a superhero movie for dads with brainworms. Phew. Yeah, as you can see, these people have an agenda, right? And there's other situations that I don't have on top of my head that kind of fit this, fit the shit that they're doing, bro. But as you can see, bruh, Jesus, there's so much evil shit going on, bro. There's a lot of evil going on, bro. It just stay prayed up. That's all I can tell you. Stay prayed up. Keep your eyes open. Stay vigilant, and don't let these people tell you that you're crazy, bro. Don't let these people tell you that you're crazy, unless if you're actually acting crazy. But you know, this real shit that this dude talking about. Like, people will really be risking their lives to go and help real children, real kids that are going through crazy, crazy stuff that we could never imagine. These people are forced to witness and act and be in the belly of the beast, to be in a den with snakes and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. You know what I'm saying? They're forced to go in, they're not forced, but they risk their lives to go in the midst of danger to go help people's kids, bro. That's real shit. And they make a movie talking about it, and look what the establishment media does, right? I don't want to say mainstream, and I don't want to say the elites, but look what the establishment media does. The paid for media, look what they do, bro. They talk about that shit like it's something crazy, as if it's not bro. It's a $1 trillion industry, human trafficking. This is real shit. But hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that y'all go watch Sound of Freedom. I'm finna watch it maybe tomorrow. When I get time. But yeah, bro, there's some real shit going on, bro. Ooh boy. Stay vigilant, and I'll see you out there. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.